right, so let's take a look at them in general. Starting attack, 1838. Starting HP, 2000. They're very balanced in that regard. Star absorption is right in the middle of the pack at 100. Right in the middle of the pack at 100. Obviously, you've got some like high up ones like Ozzy at 209. You've got some really low ones. Spartacus is at like 9, I think. So they're right in the middle. Right in the middle. They don't really stand out one way or the other in the attack and HP department. That's a good thing in my opinion. I like balanced servants like this. Their NP gain on attacks does look fairly low. However, they have 4 hits arts cards, so that's not terrible, and they have 2 of them. The active skills, here we go. Party attack up 15%, 3 turns. Party arts up 15%, 3 turns, 5-turn cooldown. To me, that's almost a 5-star like skill. To me, that's almost. To me, this is a prime candidate to get a buff in the future already. I just... Alright. 15%. It's only 15%, right? For reference, when it comes to attack up plus another aspect of multiplicity up, I don't know. It's like, go grab Bartholomew. What's up, Dumplo? Bartholomew and Drake, as you guys know, give 17% attack up and 17% NP damage up on their first skill. Bart is obviously a bronze servant, so it makes more sense. But the most egregious part of this is that it starts at 10% and it ends at 15. I don't know if somebody hit the wrong number, like it was supposed to be 10 to 25. I don't know what. But this is just a really weird skill to me. You are actually, like, look at this. You're going up a 0.5%. You're going up a 0.5% until it's 9 to 10. Now, if you've seen their mats, you know why that is like a little bit iffy. 44 proofs. 44 proofs. I'm going to say this again. 44 proofs. Not to mention 15 shells, which that's pretty steep for a lot of people anyway, but, you know, it's whatever. 44 proofs, 15 shells. To move this skill up a 0.5% every time? I don't understand it. I don't condone it. I don't like this at all. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't like it at all. I was fully prepared to be like really neutral and like positive and upbeat about new servants, and I want to be. But like, on the second skill, it does get a little bit not better per se, but more interesting. The second skill, own arts and buster up for 3 turns, 4-turn cooldown. That's why I say it gets a little bit better. And then on your attacks, you're going to increase your arts up and your buster up even more. So if you do like an NP into face cards, yeah, like you're gonna start building up some pretty cool arts buffs. Like you're gonna start, you know, hitting fairly hard. Sure, yeah, that's cool. Again, 0.5% increase per skill until level 9, then it's a 1%. I just, no, man. No. No way. No. This is an SSR. This is an SSR. On the third skill here, it is a self-gauge, 20 to 30%. Parties NP gen up 3 turns. It's only 10 to 20%. It's only 10 to 20%. We talked about Achilles during our SSR ticket video, which is on YouTube and is doing honestly pretty well for how small our channel is. Like, we talked about his being disappointing at like 30%. They don't even approach that. Theirs is 10 to 20%. Now, I understand it's party-wide, but we are in an age of supports. We are in an age of supports. You know what I mean? There's a support for everything now. Literally everything in the game. So, I don't really understand that. And then this is just the most egregious aspect of the entire kit. Critical attack chance resist. 3 turns. 6-turn cooldown. I just am not a fan of their kit. You could probably tell that already. I looked through their kit this morning, and just like every morning when there's a new servant, I'm always really excited to wake up, take a look. I'll pop into our Discord, see what anyone has said in like our Discord. I'll pop onto the subreddit, see what people have said there. But I'll take a look at the servant myself. I was sure that these numbers were wrong when in my morning grogginess. So I don't know. There's a lot of like party this, party that, you know, like own on this, but then there's party. I don't know. We'll go down. The passives are mid tier at best, but then you get to the NP. It is 9 hits, which is good. We said it was at least 9 when we did the initial analysis when we had Crazy Yuki Boy on during the stream. We counted at least 9, so we got that right. And then recovers parties HP by 1,000 every turn for 3 turns. All right, okay. Parties arts, parties buster. Again, you're gonna have to get used to that. You're gonna see it. 900 to 1500 standard scaling. Yeah. So here's the hard truth. The really difficult hard truth about this servant. They are a single target arts. They are an SSR. They're going to cost you quartz or also, you know, actual money, either way, to get them. We just had Saber Hokusai in NA. You're gonna have a chance to get her again in NA. Dioscuri is able, like, Dioscuri could appear on any banner. You could get spooked by Dioscuri on any limited banner you go on a roll on. These servants do not have Ignore Invincible. They do not have Ignore Defense. They don't have like an absurdly high chance to just crit your ass off, because there's no like, there's nothing about that in their kit whatsoever. Nothing about that in their kit. So if you're talking about soloing, well, one, they better be able to do the job quick, fast, and easy if they're gonna not have survival skills. They don't. So they have no survivability whatsoever, and every meaningful boss now has a break bar. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go out and damage, potentially break the bar with double Castoria. The damage isn't terrible, like the steroids are there, but then I'm going to rely on the Castoria protection, Castoria buffs, which again, you might be saying, yeah, duh, that's what you want to do. You want to use them with double Castoria and do all this, that, and the other. That's totally fine. Hokusai, Dioscuri, Yagyu, Saito Hajime. What's up, Everidia? How's it going? Yagyu, Saito Hajime, like, if we look at the class as a whole, when it comes to arts, single targets, we were not hurting for them. Nero, Bride, Lancelot, like, these servants have a niche. Yagyu can already loop extremely easily, especially with some follow-up cards going on. Technically, Lanling, Benny, Dioscuri, as we said, Tomoe Gozen, who comes out, Saber Hokusai is a welfare, like, Tunican and Hajime. I think Tunican is not arts. He's Buster. But Hajime, right? Like, there's no lane for them. There's no niche for them personally. And I'm not saying there has to be for everyone, but like, they're not even unique on the arts and Buster up for a Saber, Art Saber, you know? Like, we have that already too. So there are plenty of Art Sabers out there. Obviously, there's plenty of single target Art Sabers out there. Dioscuri, Hajime is a great one. Saito Hajime is a great one. I don't know. It's just a little bit strange to me. So as far as like, what's their niche? What do they do better than others? The only thing you can really point to is gonna be this heal for 3 turns, HP 1,000, 3 turns on an NP that theoretically speaking should be easy to, if not loop, depending on your supports available and craft essences available. If not that, then you know, potentially loop with support help and get, you know, party HP going 1,000 every turn. 3. I don't know. It's a reach. It's a reach. It's just so damn disappointing that you're going on these first 2 skills a 0.5% up. A 0.5% up. For the amount of QP that, like, you know, skills cost for 15 to what, 45 shells? That's not light. That's not light. 45 shells across all 3 skills. 44 proofs per skill. 24, by the way. Crown of Radiant Silvers, 24. 24. I don't know, man. To me, it's not even close to worth it. You know, they just don't really tip the scale one way or another for me. So obviously what they want to do is spam their NP. They want to keep stacking their steroids. I'm sure there's going to be, if there's not already, a Plushie Mistress or X-Naya video showing, you know, them having tons of stacks on themselves, and, you know, spamming their NP and doing crazy high damage. That's fine. It's okay. It does not change the fact that among single target arts sabers, like this is how narrow we can be. Among single target arts sabers, not only do they not stand out as far as like an actual skill set goes, but like they're not even like top 4, top 5. You would put Bride above them. I would put Lancelot above them, but that's because as a 4-star he can crit extremely hard. You could debate Yagyu. Benny, I would personally have a hard time going one way or the other. Benny's party utility is going to be a little bit better for one turn, but across multiple turns, I don't know that Benny has the advantage there. Saber Hokusai is definitely above them, so is Dioscuri, and so is Hajime. Look at all these tabs I have open now. Like, look at all these. You know what I mean? We haven't talked about Saito Hajime. We could do that real quick, though. His is also 900 to 1500. Arts resist down, which is the same as arts up for the attacking servant. Critical attack chance, which is garbage. But on his skills, 10 to 20%, not 15%. 10 to 20%, not 15%. And then a star bomb. What? What? Did they... What's going on here? What's going on here? 10 to 15% attack arts. 10 to 15% arts buster. 4-turn, 5-turn cooldown. This guy's got 10 to 20 arts and buster with a 20-star bomb on a 5-turn cooldown. He has defensive maneuvers, right? He's got defense for 3 turns on 3 turns of downtime, 6 turns cooldown. He has an evade, and then his third skill is pretty great. Attack up, 3 attacks, 3 turns, but it's a crit damage up. The crit damage is 100%. The crit damage, he's got 100% crit damage up for 3 attacks. This dude's a machine. This dude's a machine, right? And that's a 4-star. This is one of the most popular 4-stars in the game in JP, right? That's fair. That's fine. But still, like, we've had so much access to so many other ones. A flat battery plus a star bomb, that's amazing right off the bat. You don't really give a shit about this. It's fine. It's whatever. But then the stars every turn is very nice at 15, right? What banner is who on? Hajime? He's going to be on the Gouda one. Hajime is coming on the Gouda in October. If you look over in the October side of things, you'll see Himiko. Great banner. It's one of the best banners of the entire year. One of the best banners of the entire year because it has Himiko and it has him. If you're going for NP2 of Himiko like I am, you have a good chance of getting NP3 or 4 of Hajime, statistically speaking. So I'm going to be really pleased with that banner. Really, really pleased. But yeah, just like, you know, just grabbing straws here. Like, look at what all these other single target art sabers do. You know, like there's lots of like 100% crit up there. And the NP gain, the NP generation for his health is higher. Like, I don't know. Not to mention, this is an actual welfare in the game. This is a welfare in the game. You're gonna get this for free. It really is, Anthoriel. It is. How can you, D Martel? You are not gonna skip Himiko. No, you know the value she brings. You're not skipping that. But yeah, so Hokusai has a 10 to 20% battery, 20 stars, free servant. Star rate up, but then a guts, free servant. Arts up 20 to 30%. It's already higher than 10 to 15%. Free servant. Crit damage up for 3 turns. Free servant. NP, same scaling. Free servant. NP damage up first. Free servant. So I'm not trying to be like overly harsh. I'm really not. I love that there's finally like a true Southeast Asia Saber in the game. I just don't really feel like this was what we wanted. I don't feel like this is what we would have hoped to see, let's say, right? Oh, D Martel, that's supremely disappointing. From a very biased perspective. I'm just biased. Himiko's amazing. But anyway, so that's the Trung sisters. I think that they were not done well from the start, you know? There's a welfare option better. There's general pool, like could spook you at any time option better. I don't know, take your pick. Take your pick. There's arguably limited options better. So that is them. I'm not saying they're bad. If I had to put them on a tier, it'd probably be like B- or C+, because they do have a very unique ability to stack up a lot of arts buffs. 10% on each attack there, 10 to 15%, that's so disappointing right there. Arts up here, 10 to 30% depending on your overcharge, and as we've mentioned recently on this stream, overcharge in JP is not the same as overcharge in NA. They're not the same. Overcharge on JP right now is a different world from overcharge at launch. It is extremely easy to get overcharge these days, whether it's from other servants or from craft essences. It's just available in much more plentiful amounts. It's much more accessible. So looking at overcharge is no longer like an exercise in futility for a lot of servants, right? What's up, Eddie? If this were the first single target arts saber in the game, honestly, this would be a B+ tier servant. It would be at least a B+ tier servant. We would be looking at these steroids, we'd be saying, well, this is weird scaling for a 5-star, but like they can really like get the arts buffs moving. They've got 9 hits on their NP. They can keep themselves around a little bit longer. Hopefully you have class advantage in the fight that you're in, right? Hopefully it's not a berserker fight. You know, all of that. But that's not the reality we live in. It's not the reality we live in. So I personally would have to put them B- or C+. Not bad by any means. Better than, you know, completely middle of the road, but definitely have a lot of room for improvement. If I had to guess where they're going to get a buff, I mean, you can't really buff this one. You can't really buff this one because the scaling is not great, but it needs to be better because you need to buff this one first. Like this would be the one to buff. It's just absurd to me that they put a 0.5% increase. This is an SSR. This is an SSR. It's a limited SSR. And they I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I'm not going to beat a dead horse.
Hey, you very good. See you next time.